tired of having their government turn. Well, Americans are fed up and tired of having their government turn their back on them, whether it's sending money to Ukraine, to a corrupt government in Ukraine, or Israel, with no strings attached whatsoever, giving out cell phones and paychecks to illegal immigrants that are pouring across the U.S. southern border, not to mention the Canadian border, which hasn't gotten much attention. Americans are wondering what the heck has happened to their country. Why are Americans paying taxes in the first place? It's a great question. That question is what Anthony Hudson asked, and he's asking that, and he asked that on social media. He's a congressional candidate from Michigan's 8th District who posted this now viral video on social media.
There's a lot of people out there that agree with not paying their taxes this year. And there's a lot of people that like to comment, you're just going to go to jail. Let's see how that works out for you. The IRS is going to come get you. You know, our government is breaking the law every day. Constitutional law exists just the same as political law. And as long as the government is taking our tax-paying dollars and they're using it to give to illegal immigration, giving them the right to vote, giving them a driver's license, allowing them to buy land, allowing them to buy homes, giving them prepaid credit cards for those who live in hotels in New York, where veterans used to live in those hotels. Now they've kicked out the veterans and moved in the illegal immigrants. States like California and Illinois are allowing them to become police officers and carry a weapon while they're on duty. That's illegal. And you're not going to use my tax-paying dollars to pay for your criminal activity in this country. In order for this movement to work, everyone needs to get involved. Oh, well, they'll arrest you. No, they won't, because they won't have the money to arrest you. They can't come after all of us because we have the numbers. But when are the American people going to stop being afraid? Stop being scared. Stop being controlled. Stop being sheep. We have a right to exist in this country. And with Bidenomics kicking everybody while they're down, making it almost impossible to survive, you need to keep your money to take care of your family. Put a roof over their head. Put food on the table. Make sure you don't lose your car. Keep your cell phones turned on. Keep your internet, your cable. Be responsible, but don't be reckless. Paying your taxes right now to this corrupt, treasonous government is reckless and illegal. And it can be proved in a court of law that what they're doing goes against the constitutional law of this land. You won't get in as much trouble as you think you will. Stand up. Do the right thing. As for me and my family, we'll lead the charge. We are not paying our taxes this year. We are not giving in to the government's control. We will not be sheep. And we will not stand by idle and let them tell us what to do in the land of the free. I will be free.
And Anthony joins us now here on the show. Wow, Anthony. So that video, at least just the one on X, has been seen 2.1 million times. Then on TikTok, another 2.5 million times. And then, millions of times all across the board on Facebook and Instagram. This has really struck a nerve. Why do you think this has resonated so much, not just with the people of Michigan, but across the country?
Well, first, good morning, and thank you for having me on your show this morning. I really do appreciate that. And I just think that this is something that the American people have been fighting internally for a long time. They've been wondering, why am I paying so much out of my paycheck? Why is the government taking my money and doing whatever they want, and I don't have a say in the matter? And that really struck a nerve with me personally, because as a congressional candidate, I want to do what's best for the American people, not only in my district, but across the nation. And one of those biggest topics is taxes. And I put this video up stating that I was going to lead by example, basically. I was going to stop paying my taxes to set an example. And I did a second video where I actually tore my 1099 up on social media and in front of the people, and it also went viral. And I think people are now at the point where when their ears are open and their mind is clear and they listen to the message, it makes sense to them that, yes, our government is taking our tax-paying dollars and they are committing crimes by giving that money to illegal immigrants coming into this country, or by sending all of that funding overseas to other nations and neglecting to help the American people right here at home. So that's really the message I wanted to get across, is if we hit the government where it hurts the most, which is in their pocketbook, then they will be forced to either listen to us or change the way that they, run their budget and where they're sending that money. I don't agree with giving illegal immigrants $1,000 credit card in New York when we have homeless veterans that are out there on the street. We should be giving that money to them. If we have it, we should be giving it to them and helping them get off the street and helping so many other areas in this country, because we, the people, are now struggling.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. I mean, one of the things that I've been fighting against for many, many years, both on this show and previously when I worked at Fox News and hosted those shows, and, was the military-industrial complex, the massive, massive amount of money that goes into, $800 now trillion a year, massive military-industrial complex budget that's then being funneled off to places like Israel. Israel has a $200 billion surplus and a space agency, and we are sending them another $17 billion, while people in Maui can't get any help or assistance at all. The U.S. southern border is wide open. Americans are having to work 2 and 3 jobs in order to put food on the table. And prices here in the United States have risen dramatically under Biden's inflationary policies. So you're seeing this total disconnect. Now, when you're hearing from Americans, are they saying, hey, I'm scared, Anthony, if I do this, what's going to happen to me? Is the IRS coming? We know that Biden hired another 80,000 or so, IRS agents. Are they coming after me? Am I going to go to prison if I don't pay my taxes here? That's, of course, the great fear, right? You will be locked up for the rest of your life. There's one certainty in America. It's death and taxes.
You're absolutely right. And that is the biggest concern that the American people have brought to my table is, what will happen if I don't pay? Will they put a lien on my house? Will they garnish my bank account or my paycheck? And, a lot of these things are absolutely possible. And I tell people, I'm not an attorney. I'm not telling you that nothing will happen. I'm telling you that if we stand together and we stand united, we have the numbers. They will not have the resources to come after all of us if we all pitch in together and do our part to stop the wasteful spending in our government. And, just like when you go to battle,